A GSU student was robbed at knife point. We have new details on her encounter with two robbers who took off with her belongings in her friend's car. A change is coming to the Hope Scholarship, where new requirements are being made that students need to be aware of. All that and more coming up on this episode of Panther Report News. Good evening. I'm Kelsey Perkins, and welcome to another episode of Panther Report News. We are following a developing story right here on campus. Police say a female GSU student and her male friend were robbed by two men at knife point, and the male's victim's car was stolen. Authorities say it happened at 105 Cortlandt Street early Thursday morning. The male victim says he was getting in his car when one of the suspects, a white male, pulled him from the car and placed a knife to his neck and then stole his wallet and his phone. The female GSU student who was leaning on the car was pushed inside by the other suspect, a black male, and stole her phone as well. Both men sped away in the victim's red Pontiac G6. The male victim sustained a minor cut to his forearm, but he declined medical attention. GSU police, along with the Atlanta Police Department, are investigating this case. And if you have any information leading to the arrest, give APD a call. For those students who do not meet the GPA requirement to keep the Hope Scholarship, there are now ways you can possibly keep hope alive. Reporter Rohan McIntosh tells us more about the proposed changes.
The Hope Scholarship has been benefiting students in Georgia for the past few years. Georgia State University is a prime example of the Hope Scholarship benefiting students and furthering their education.
Georgia State University is one of the main colleges in the state that has produced the future workers of tomorrow that will drive Georgia's economy. Some of the students here can thank the Hope Scholarship for playing a big part in that.
As of this week, we have 11,500 plus students receiving Hope Scholarship and Zell Miller Scholarship for the spring semester. It's a big help. Hope Scholarship program has helped a lot of students throughout the years. It's helped cover the tuition costs, along with a Pell Grant. It's a big help to students to be able to attend school.
The new proposed requirements for the Hope Scholarship has been a new topic of discussion since Georgia's legislators had new suggestions to improve the current requirement. The first proposed change was to extend Hope Scholarship time limit after receiving a high school diploma or GED from 7 years to 15 years.
Me personally, I don't agree with the changes because I live in a two-parent household, so they're always telling me that my parents make too much so I can't get anything. So for the people who can't get Hope and they want an extra $1,500, that's not fair.
Another proposed was a $15,000 per semester grant for lower income students that do not meet the GPA requirements for Hope.
That would be a big help if they were to make these changes that they're proposing now. I know when the program was first established back in 1993, there have been a bunch of changes to the program to make it more available to groups of students.
The Hope Scholarship has played a big part in many college students' experience at Georgia State University. The new changes will benefit the current students and help the up-and-coming students get opportunities they didn't get before. From downtown Atlanta, I'm Rohan McIntosh with Panther Report.
We're heading into the last few weeks of the semester and final exams are coming up. Now you, myself, and many others may be stressed out, but we have some solutions for you. Reporter Wan Parker tells us some ways that we can prepare for the test.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's every college student's hardest hello and favorite goodbye. Another finals week is quickly approaching, but how are students preparing?
I rewrite my notes and make study guides according to the notes for myself, like based off of things that I struggle with, instead of studying stuff that I already know over and over again.
I feel like definitely try studying like maybe a week in advance before your test or any class period. Start writing down notes because that's going to help you a lot.
While students are cramming, education specialists and tutors are on standby to help relieve stress and offer study tips.
Refreshing information is a lot easier than memorizing it. So meaning when you come to a final, if you're cramming the night before, you're going to have a tougher time trying to learn and retain information than you would if you've been keeping up with the materials in class, studying here and there, and when the final comes, you're just reviewing everything you already know versus trying to relearn it.
Most students make their way to one of the study rooms in the library, while others take a well-deserved break before the intensity of exams kick in.
Like really chill because like I made sure I picked like my classes to where they're writing based because I'm a good writer, sort of. So I'm really chilling right now. I'm only worried about like one class, which is my final paper in that class.
Ready or not, final exams are included in just about every course. Some students feel there should be reform as it relates to how exams are given.
I would want the final to be something that reflects education and learning, and not be something that you're doing just because you have to do a final to prove yourself in some arbitrary way.
There's no room for confusion during finals week, so if you're ever in doubt about class material, be sure to check the GroupMe app for your course.
I have a few finals to study for myself, so until next time, happy finals week, and may the study guide be ever in your favor. From Library Plaza, I'm Wan Parker with Panther Report.
Students, faculty, and alumni were able to donate to the university on Wednesday, all a part of the first annual GSU Day. Donors were able to visit the Georgia State website to choose a specific scholarship or foundation to give to. Just in 24 hours, they raised nearly $300,000. The university says they plan to make the event more interactive for next year. Thousands of marchers made their way down Auburn Avenue to the state capitol for March for Our Humanity Monday afternoon. The march celebrated the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral and even had an appearance from Yolanda King herself. People from all different walks of life attended to spread love and peace.
I say it again here, that it would be the children, the young people, and the women that would get us there.
The conversation on gun violence continues. Last Saturday, March for Our Lives held a Town Hall for Our Lives event at the Rialto Center for the Arts in Atlanta with elected officials and others running for office. Students moderated the panel and took questions from the crowd concerning gun reform. Officials like Congressman John Lewis and gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams answered questions and supported the movement. She's an entrepreneur, author, and investor. No, not me, but Randi Zuckerberg. She took the time to come to visit GSU. Panther Report's Amani Patterson sat down with Zuckerberg to find out how she was able to launch her career in the media.
Society wants to put people in a box.
Randi Zuckerberg is a New York Times best-selling author, CEO and founder of Zuckerberg Media, TV producer, and radio host. She came to Georgia State University with one goal in mind: to inspire.
I'm going to talk about my entrepreneurial journey, what it was like to be on the front lines of a company like Facebook, because I joined the company when it was about 12 people.
Zuckerberg believes the mindset of an entrepreneur starts early on in life.
If a girl doesn't say things like, I'm good at math or science, or I'm smart, by the time she's 9 years old, it's very hard to get a girl like that into entrepreneurship or business.
Zuckerberg is a firm believer in trying new things. She encourages people to embrace all of their talents.
People feel really uncomfortable around you when you have multiple things that you like and you're good at. So I think the first thing I would encourage is embrace that.
Advice for students: keep trying new things.
Try something for 2 or 3 years and then try something else. I think it's a really exciting time to be a student and to be in business. I'm really, really excited for this generation.
Zuckerberg's final words: find a good mentor, even if it's your best friend.
My best mentors all along were my friends right around me, because we were all going through the same thing. Those are the people I would call up and say, like, I'm having a problem with this, what do you think? And all of those people, you might be college students today, but 10 years from now, you're all going to be like really high up in companies, and those are the people that you want to pick up the phone and call. Right. So I wish I realized it sooner, that I should invest in the relationships around me more instead of wasting all that time looking for like one person.
I'm Amani Patterson, this is Randi Zuckerberg, and this is for Panther Report.
Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week with another episode of Panther Report News. Feel free to follow us on Twitter at Panther_Report and subscribe to our YouTube channel at GSTV Panther Report. And Panther Prowl is tonight at 7 p.m., so make sure you show up. Don't forget to get your tickets for GSU night at Six Flags next Friday. We hope to see you there. I'm Kelsey Perkins. Have a great weekend.